Have you ever met someone new, maybe a classmate, coworker, or even a stranger who just had that energy? Someone who instantly lit up the room the moment they walked in? You couldn't quite explain it, but there was something about them that made everyone gravitate toward them, like they had their own personal magnetic field. That quality? It's called charisma, a mix of charm, confidence, and presence that makes certain people naturally appealing. While intelligence, discipline, honesty, and determination are all valuable traits that take you far in life, charisma might just be one of the most underrated superpowers you can develop. But here's the kicker. Charisma isn't only something you're born with. Contrary to what many believe, it's not this mysterious gift you either have or don't. According to psychology, charisma is a skill, and like any skill, it can be developed, polished, and practiced over time. So, if you've ever wished you could be that effortlessly magnetic person who draws others in like a moth to a flame, good news. It's absolutely possible. Here are 6 proven ways to cultivate charisma and become one of the most unforgettable people in the room. Be the person who listens. Let's start with one of the most powerful yet overlooked habits of charismatic people. They're genuinely interested in others. Not just nodding along, waiting for their turn to talk, but actually listening. People love to talk about themselves, so when you show that you care by asking open-ended questions like, "What was that like for you?" or "Why is that important to you?" you instantly become more likable. Try to find something that lights them up. Maybe it's their career, a hobby, or a personal goal. Let them dive in and share. Show curiosity. When people feel heard, they associate that good feeling with you. So don't worry about sounding smart or impressive all the time. Just be present, make eye contact, and truly listen. That alone can work wonders for your charisma. Use playfulness to break the ice. First impressions are powerful. Like it or not, the way people perceive you when they first meet you often sticks around for a long time. And while those impressions can change, that initial impact can heavily influence how someone feels about you moving forward. That's why setting a playful, energetic tone is so important.
I would explain my being here dressed like this. And I wanted to come up with a story that would demonstrate qualities that I'm sure you all...
When you meet someone new, avoid falling into a timid or overly serious mode. Instead, bring a little lightness and humor. You don't have to crack jokes constantly, but show enthusiasm. Smile. Use open gestures. Make the first move in starting a conversation. When you lead with warmth and high energy, people tend to match your vibe, and suddenly, that awkward silence turns into a real connection. Master the art of storytelling. Have you ever noticed how the most charismatic people seem to have a great story for every occasion? That's not by accident. Being a good storyteller doesn't mean having lived a wild or dramatic life. It means knowing how to take any experience and make it engaging. Whether it's a funny mishap, a personal insight, or a lesson learned, you can captivate people by sharing stories in a dynamic way. Want to take your storytelling to the next level? Here's a quick breakdown. Use the present tense to make the moment feel immediate. Keep it short and to the point. Don't ramble. Use animated facial expressions and hand gestures to draw people in. Play with your voice. Speed up during exciting moments. Slow down for suspense. And don't be afraid to pause for effect. The more you practice telling stories, the more you'll notice people leaning in, smiling, and wanting to hear more. That's charisma in action. Think fast. Stay sharp. Quick wit isn't about being the funniest person in the room. It's about being responsive, present, and able to keep up in conversations. Charismatic people know how to think on their feet. They're tuned into the flow of social interaction and can throw in a clever comment, playful tease, or thoughtful response in the moment. It keeps the conversation alive and makes them fun to be around. This doesn't mean you need to memorize jokes or try too hard to be clever. It's more about staying engaged, listening closely, and reacting genuinely in real time. If you're stuck, try a little playful banter. Ask follow-up questions that flip the conversation into a fun exchange. Humor helps, but being mentally alert is what really sets charismatic people apart. Say what you really mean. Another trait that truly magnetic people share, they're honest and not in a harsh, blunt way. They speak from the heart. When someone shares an opinion or belief, charismatic people don't fake agreement just to fit in. Instead, they share their perspective respectfully and authentically. That kind of honesty is refreshing in a world full of small talk and surface-level conversations. Now here's the key. Being genuine doesn't mean being rude. You can express yourself with kindness and tact. If the topic gets sensitive, like politics, religion, or personal matters, you can steer things gently back to safer ground using a light joke or a neutral comment. The point is to stay true to yourself while remaining considerate of others. When people sense that you're honest yet thoughtful, they're more likely to trust and admire you. Smile with your whole face, especially your eyes. Did you know that body language often speaks louder than words? One small tweak that can dramatically increase your charisma is learning to smile with your eyes. In counseling psychology, there's something called the soften technique. It stands for smile, open posture, forward lean. Take notes or subtly show you're engaged. Eye contact, nod. These nonverbal cues make you appear more approachable and emotionally available. Using them helps others feel at ease and more drawn to you. But let's zoom in on one of the most powerful parts of that list, the smile. Not a forced smile, not a polite, lips-only grin, but a genuine smile that reaches your eyes. When you smile this way, people feel warmth and authenticity coming from you, and they're likely to mirror that energy right back. Bonus tip: exude quiet confidence. Here's one more essential ingredient to being charismatic: confidence. But not the loud show-off kind. We're talking about quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't need validation or applause. It's the belief that you have value, that you belong, and that you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. People pick up on this kind of self-assured energy. You're comfortable in your own skin. You're okay with silence. You can speak without rushing, and you don't over-explain yourself. And the truth is, confidence is often built by doing small things over time. Speaking clearly, even if you're nervous. Making eye contact, even if it feels awkward. Over time, these habits build into a strong inner foundation. And that foundation is what makes charisma feel natural rather than forced. Charisma isn't magic, it's a muscle. So let's bring it all together. If you want to be that person who others naturally like, admire, and remember, it's not about being perfect or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about being playful and approachable from the start, telling stories that connect with others emotionally, thinking on your feet in conversations, speaking honestly with kindness and respect, using body language to create warmth and trust, and most importantly, listening in a way that makes others feel valued. Each of these techniques helps you build your charisma muscle. The more you use them, the stronger your presence becomes. So what do you think? Do you already see these traits in yourself, or are you just starting to explore your charismatic side? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your own experiences with charisma, whether you're working on it or have already embraced it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. Thanks for joining us here on IncrediPath. Your journey to better understanding yourself starts here. We'll catch you in the next one.